Hey everybody, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. All right, first card that we have out is King of Swords. It looks like there's a conversation that you're about to have. Somebody coming through to talk to you? I'm seeing Nine of Wands on the bottom of the deck, so there may be something like challenging or difficult about this, but it can also be that if you're going through something and you feel like you needed a breakthrough of some sort, this may be that moment for you. Okay. Whatever this is that's coming towards you, having Judgment come through. Oh, and the Hermit as well. Having Judgment and Hermit come through, it's like whatever this is that you're receiving, you want to take a really good look at this. So this isn't just like, I'm receiving information, and so like that's going to be relevant to me. This is about actually looking at it and being like, does the source resonate with me? Does the information resonate with me? Whatever this is that you're trying to look at. And also too, having you be in the position of the King of Swords. King of Swords is somebody that's going to be able to see through something, to understand it. Having Judgment here, that's also about like seeing through to the core of something, seeing through to the truth. And then also having Hermit be here too, that's about that as well, like seeing what's really going on. So this information that you're receiving, it's about taking the time to really get to the heart of the matter. So taking the time to really look at this, to understand it, and see what's really going on. And where this is coming from, I'm hearing. Seeing the sun, so whatever it was that you needed to glean from this, I'm seeing you do so. It was just about taking the time, taking the energy, taking the focus. Okay, I'm seeing that you are going to be very pleased with something going on here. Having the sun and the three of Wands. I do keep seeing Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. Okay, this is going to shed light on something very important for you, and it's not only for now. This is going to be stuff that has to do with like later things that are coming along. Having sun here is like, this is something really good, this is something really positive, this is something that you feel really happy about, and it also will have you feeling like really hopeful and happy about the future as well. So it's going to be that type of thing. It may also make something more obvious to you too about like what's going to be happening. Okay, whatever it was that you were struggling with, I'm seeing that be over now. It's like those cycles are done. I'm seeing 10 of Swords, and I'm also seeing 10 of Wands. And because they're 10s, it means that this is like the culmination and the ending, like a finale basically that you're moving through. It looks like something had been preoccupying you mentally. I'm seeing that's going to be sorted and done with. And I'm also seeing too that it may reveal to you why you were feeling pressure. Pressure, stress, but whatever this is, I'm seeing that it's going to be done with. And that may have been part of this cycle too, where I'm seeing something go really, really well. For some of you, you're receiving news that's about something that's not happening right now. It's going to be happening later, but this is like really good news to be hearing. I'm seeing more than anything, like the biggest highlight that I'm seeing so far is that this is going to be something that you're really, really, really happy about. The way that the sun is coming out here. And it's going to be something where you feel like you have an answer, where you've realized something. It can feel like monumental even in a sense to you, where you were like, this is what I was hoping to find, or this was what I was seeking. And now like that thing is here, that thing has been delivered, that thing is being experienced, like that moment is present, like that type of thing. There may also be things that come along with this that can feel intense for some reason. That can be part of it too. So know that something can be like really happy and really joyful, and you can also look at it and be like, okay, like I'm gonna have to do a lot, or there's a lot to be done, or there can be a focus on really needing to stay organized in order to manage things. It looks like this has to do with your personal life. So maybe keeping things in a way where you're making sure to like prioritize, organize, not do too much at once, not wait until everything piles up, but doing things in a way where it feels like maybe like a little bit at a time, so you're accomplishing everything that needs to be accomplished, but so it's not all piling up to the point where it's like, this is impossible. So that may be like a theme. For some of you, that can even be something that you struggle with at times. That can be something that's popping up to not like overwhelm you. But I'm seeing this be so, like having King of Swords be the one that's looking at this. This can be something that you feel like is mentally taxing in some way. However, that's also going to be the solution for you too. So it may be something where it's like, if you can be strategic with this, it's not going to become overwhelming for you. So you can sort of recognize the mechanics of what's going on here and understand how best to take a strategic approach to sort of sort this out, deal with this. Learning, focusing. Okay, so see how we have this card here? This is like the things that stress me out, the things that overwhelm me, the things that are difficult to deal with, the things that feel more challenging than like the other stuff. When things pile up, when things start to feel like it's too much. It's like that feeling overloaded where I don't know if I have enough energy, you know, to be able to do all of this stuff. It just is feeling like too much at this point. Having Page of Swords be looking at that, that's you looking at your process, like why are things getting that way? Like what do I need to do to resolve that? So it's paying attention to when that is happening and seeing what you can learn from that. Like what can you assess from this? So there's something really important here about paying attention to that and recognizing like what the message of that means. I'm hearing fellowship and also responsibilities. I'm getting the vibe of heavy earth, and I am seeing Virgo here, and the Hierophant is Taurus, but more than anything, this feels like it has to do with matters that are like physically, like physical things that you're dealing with, like within your life. So it can be stuff that you're showing up for. As I'm saying that, we have another earth energy. We have the King of Pentacles popping out. Now we have Queen of Pentacles. These are both earth energies. It feels like right now you're in a period where you're learning about how to like meet the goals that you set out to accomplish, but this is also about like when you're playing certain roles, how you're doing those roles, how you're showing up for them, especially like the standard of care that you have set out, like the standard of quality, the standard of focus, the standard of attentiveness, of competence, you know, like all of those things when you're like, I'm going to play that role, I'm going to do that job, because that's what the King of Pentacles is connected with. I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to do that thing. It's like those sorts of things are connected with the King of Pentacles. And then also having Queen of Pentacles, it's like King of Pentacles, how do you do that for others while also doing what you need for yourself, and the balance of these two? So this can be like, how do I show up the way that I need to at work and then also show up the way that I need to at home? How do I show up the way that I need to for like the outside of my body? How do I show up for the way that I need to with the inside of my body? How do I show up for the way that I need to with like finances and stuff and my material needs? And then how do I show up for my emotional needs? How do I show up for my like external social relationships? How do I show up for my very personal interpersonal relationships? How do I show up with others? How do I show up with myself? You know, it's the like the balance of like the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, the out and the in, like all of these different things that are being balanced. Because I'm seeing so much earth energy, it feels like this, for some of you, this has to do with work and schooling, and career or career. Because of having so much earth energy here, this feels like it's connected with like material things. So again, it's stuff that has to do with like, what are you physically doing and what are you physically tending to with like home, finances, personal life, body, responsibilities and roles, what needs to be accomplished, what needs to be paid for, taking care of others in that way, taking care of self in that way, lifestyle things. So it has to do with all of these. But even though you can have, this can be something going on with multiple people, it feels like there's a very big focus on how you're doing these things within yourself as well. How do I show up for others? How do I show up for myself? Again, this whole thing about this like this outside and inside. Public life, private life. For some of you too, this can be like King of Pentacles can be business and finances. Some of you have your own business. Or you're in charge of other people at work. I'm hearing profit. This can also be about the relationship that you're building with another person, with yourself, and also with another person. I'm seeing 10 of Cups, so things are feeling really happy. It looks like having King of Swords be connected over here with 9 of Cups. This is sort of about how you're strategically like thinking out, planning, preparing for, researching, and moving forward with what you want to be doing. These are like wishes and dreams and what I'm hoping to do and what I'm hoping to accomplish. For some of you, there can be like family that you have in mind or a particular relationship that you have in mind. Again, whether this be with like another person or other people or just like you with yourself, all of the above maybe. And it's about like learning how to play these roles in a way that you want to, in a way that feels fulfilling to you, in a way that you're hoping to, and all of the things that you're learning along the way. It looks like this has to do with like lifestyle and life skills as well. So the duty that you have as you are like on earth doing those things, and then also like the duty that you have to yourself on an internal level and sort of like meeting those needs as well and showing up for yourself. There may also be a discussion that you're going to be having, whether this is something that you're like revealing to yourself or for the sake of you communicating this with another person, and it's ultimately about like what you want and or what you're hoping for. Like what you're thinking of even within a particular situation. Some of you, there's news that you're getting about a role that you're going to be playing later down the line. This can be like a role that you're going to be playing. It can be an added responsibility. It can be something that you're going to be signing up for. But it feels like this is something that it's not right now, but it's going to be a little bit later down the line. I'm seeing something along those lines coming through. You don't need to go out looking for this information. It is going to find you. I'm seeing it's going to come to you. This is something that's gonna feel like really positive and really happy, like really, really joyful. And it seems like it's going to allow a cycle to close out that had maybe been like feeling like it was bringing you down in some way because of how it was impacting you in your personal life. So it feels like it was impacting you there more than anywhere else. And it was something that was maybe feeling like really unpleasant to be moving through. But I'm seeing that cycle be done, like that's closing out. So it seems like you're even like freed from something. Like you're not within the chains of that cycle any longer. This may also be connected with the things that you're doing now that could be feeling like really intense and really stressful, but it's for the sake of something that you want. So it feels like intensity that you're undergoing or stress that you're undergoing, but for the sake of like hopes and dreams, or like something that you deeply want. Like this can be a deep wish fulfillment, or this can be a further sense of purpose. It's all for the sake of something, and it's for the sake of something that's super, super meaningful, especially on an internal level for you. Like you would see this as being in alignment with your pursuit of happiness, even though there's something that's feeling heavy. Like I know that I need to do this, but I'm doing it because it's going to produce that. So that's what I'm seeing is going on here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.